Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the nerdiest competition ever created by the Language of Bromance team. In this corner, obsessed with Star Wars and anything with swords, Richard! And in this corner, obsessed with the Ninja Turtles and scared of anything from the ocean, Shawn! Brought to you as a Pod Bros exclusive in association with the LOB Army. Tonight's competition is a Language of Bromance draft.
What is up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we are speaking the language of bromance. And Shawn, I'm on like half a pot of coffee.
Yeah.
I am locked, cocked, jacked, and ready to rock.
So you're down in that coffee, getting that caffeine. You're ready to go to school because
yeah. I'm taking you downtown. And I know that when I say I'm taking you downtown, I pointed down, and I'm not trying to insinuate that I'm like, you, service. I'm just saying, you, sir, this is draft time, and draft time is my time. This is my time to shine.
It's a little bit of experimenting, which is what you do in college, because we are doing the college roommate draft, bitches! Woo! And if you don't know, and you should, this is our Language of Bromance draft. This is the 30th ever Language of Bromance draft, Richard.
It's a 30th anniversary. What do you get for the 30th anniversary?
Divorce papers. Richard, this is the last show we'll ever do. I want to be with some other podcaster.
I knew it. all those guest interviews, I knew what was going on.
But for this draft, Richard, what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to draft our roommates for college. So we're going to do each first round is going to be like your first semester of freshman year. Second round is going to be your second semester, and then the money shot pick, that's going to be who you spend the senior year with. And with our drafts, what they are is first pick goes to Richard since it's an even draft, and then we flip-flop picks back and forth. So first round, Richard will get the first pick, and the second round, he'll get the first pick as well. Because back in the day, we flipped a penny and I won, so Richard gets the odd drafts.
No, yeah.
Even
I
drafts.
get the even
You
drafts.
get the even drafts.
Mm.
Little rusty.
All right, so for my first round pick, so it's freshman year. This is going to be my first semester. Right? This is just first semester. Okay. First semester. I never had a college roommate because I married my roommate.
Yeah. I've only had one. Well, I've had multiple roommates, but I only had one college roommate.
You say multiple roommates. That sounds dirty.
Well, I mean, it's college. You experiment. No, I had a college roommate, but when I moved out of, when I actually moved and grew up, I had a roommate in my house. Best story ever, Richard. Let's share this before we kick in this draft because it's hilarious.
Yes, I want this story.
So, Richard, I was single and my roommate moved in. So I was like,
obviously.
Yeah, you don't really let people move in when you're not single. But the idea is like, hey, I got a roommate now. We're going to tear up the town, right? We're going to have chicks left and right. But our chicks were our left and right.
Yeah.
But what happened, Richard, is my roommate had a little crush on this girl, and she didn't want anything to do with him.
Aww.
And we talked about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not really interested in her."
Did you swoop in and help because you're his roommate and you're gonna be his wingman? And you were like, "It's okay, buddy. Like, we don't need screw that girl. She's probably a horrible person." And
bros before hoes, right? No, Richard, I swooped in and I was like, I'll take her out.
You bastard. So it's a funny roommate story for you.
Yes, for me. So she contacts me like one day on Facebook, and she's like, "Hey, I'm going to this party type thing. If you want to come, you can come." I'm like, "Sure, that'd be awesome." So my roommate had his buddy over for that day, and at that point, he was, they were day drinking, and I didn't want to day drink. I'm not a day drinker. I'm classy.
I love to drink during the day, but it's the only days you can really do it. It's like St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Maybe your birthday.
Well, and the problem I always have is you get that day drunk and then you stop and you kind of have that like mild hangover and then you get better and then you night drink. And that's just awful.
Oh, I love it.
But
I love it. The trick is avoid the midday hangover.
Yeah.
You get the plane up and you just maintain. Maintain.
So I get a text message kind of thing. And so I'm meeting up with her that night. And so I go downstairs and I tell my roommate, I'm like, "Hey, I'm going out with so-and-so." And his roommate is his buddy is completely trash at this point. Not my roommate, but his buddy that he invited over. And he's all like, "Yeah, we're going to a party. Let's go." And my roommate at the time gives me like the dead stare look. And he's like, "I don't think we're invited." I was like, No, you guys aren't invited.
Oh,
it's
you
just
bastard.
So I go to the party.
My first round pick is not Shawn.
So before this takes off, right, those guys made this huge pile of nachos. They like put them on a plate, put cheese, jalapenos.
Were they good nachos or were they like drunk people nachos?
I mean, they were good nachos. Like I wasn't drunk and I was like, like maybe I don't want to go to this party. Maybe I won't eat these nachos.
Priorities.
Yeah. So they demolish these nachos while I'm gone. And I go out. I have a good time with her. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, those guys are going to fuck something up in my house. Like, I just had that, like, they're drunk, they're pissed, something's going to be wrong.
It's not your house, it's our house.
Well, no, at this point, it was my house, and he was like, living with me.
Ah.
So...
God, so you were like his landlord, too.
Yeah, kind of.
Ugh.
So we get back to the house, and, like, I still have this fear. And I walk up to the door, and I look through the window. On the bottom step was what looked exactly like that plate of nachos.
Oh, so they ran out and like dumped it? They were like, "I'm so angry, nobody gets nachos." Shawn left me for a woman and I loved her. No nachos because I'm angry.
Well, I think it was more like, "Oh my God, I ate way too many of these
Oh, so they weren't nachos, they were nachos.
Yeah. So I look through the window and I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I think my roommate threw up on the steps. And she looks at me, she's like, "Oh, don't worry, I have pets too."
No, it's the people, roommates.
So we go in and we step over it. And at this point, like, I'm like, okay, like, I kind of deserve this maybe. Because that's the kind of guy I am. I'm like, yeah, I guess I deserve somebody puking
You know
on
what?
my steps.
I'm that kind of guy too. And I'm going to say, yes, you did deserve it. Karma was the karmic balance. It was trying to right itself. And it started off by pukey nachos on your front step. And therefore throwing out your chances of sex with this girl.
Well, I never kissed her or anything on the first date, so there wasn't going to be any action happening anyway.
Oh, I'm classy. I steal my roommate's girl, but I won't sleep with her because I have standards.
So we hang upstairs. I think I got her Taco Bell. So yeah, that's great. I get her Taco Bell and there's nacho vomit on the floor.
So appetizing.
Yeah. So she leaves, I hug her goodbye, and I come back inside. I'm like, okay, well, I'll stay up. I'll go and get a carpet cleaner. I'll get this cleaned up. It's like January or like first part of February. All of a sudden, Richard, I feel this cool breeze on my leg. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, did they break the sliding glass window or something? And I walk over there, and the sliding glass window is wide open, Richard. Wide open! Which you think, not a big deal, right? But I have a cat, and I love my cat dearly. So I have to look over for my cat. She's still there. So I shut the sliding glass door. I walk downstairs because they're both passed out downstairs. And I'm like,
God.
You motherfuckers left the fucking door open. My cat could have got out.
And there's pukey nachos on the step. I was trying to get with a girl. What girl? Never you mind about that. That's not important. What's important is door was open upstairs. could have gotten in a burglar, and that burglar could have
Stolen my cat.
stolen my cat, raped me while holding my cat, and then leaving. And that would have been your fault.
So my roommate stands up, and I'm like, the sliding door was open. I brought somebody over, blah, 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 blah. And there's puke on the step. And right at that point, the guy he brought over, his friend, leans up from the futon, looks up at me with like a dribble of puke down his chin. And he's like, somebody puked on the steps. And at that point, like, all anger I had went away, and I'm like, you're adorable.
Aw, look at you. Just lay down. Never mind.
Oh, and it smells like somebody shit their pants, and I bet it was you.
I'm going to go get raped. By the way, that futon's yours now. Make sure you leave in the morning with it.
So that's my roommate story, Richard.
That was a great story.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
That was nice. Also, you know what? So what happened with the girl?
We got married and had a kid.
Nice. Nice. What happened to the roommate?
He died.
You're a terrible person. Okay, so my first round pick.
Definitely not Shawn.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's freshman year, and I need somebody that's gonna be like super nice to me. Like I need somebody that's gonna grow with me and not gonna be like, I can't have somebody that's too intimidating. I can't have somebody that's like too much, because then I'm just gonna be like in somebody's shadow. Like I need somebody that like we're both, young and innocent, and we're gonna grow together for the first, we're gonna help each other out. So Shawn, for my first round pick, I'm going with the young but very noble Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
I'm going with episode 4 Luke Skywalker. So young farm boy Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. Super whiny. Yeah. I want to get out of here.
He did.
Yeah, and then he gets to college. He's like, oh, I miss home. I miss my aunt and uncle.
That's not what he doesn't do that. His aunt and uncle got killed. You ever notice his aunt and uncle get killed, and as soon as that happens, he's like, booyah, I'm out. Obi-Wan, fire up the Falcon. We're going. Like, there is, after Ben and Beru get shot and essentially burned alive, there is no mention of them for the rest of the movie. It's like, oh, they're dead.
My conscience is clear.
It's exactly what happens. So no, he's not going to be homesick at all. Like as soon as he's like, I'm in college. Woo, this is great.
Any kind of noble though? Like, would he be the kind of dude that wouldn't go out and party with you? Like, he'd be kind of weird at bars.
Well, I think freshman Richard is going to be the same way.
Yeah, but when you have two awkward people, it just makes it doubly awkward. Because you guys would be at the bar, and he'd be like, hey, I kissed my sister once.
Well, that's why we're not going to go out that much. We're not going to go out so that way I don't have to hear the story about him kissing his sister.
Which he tells all the time.
Because he's like proud of it. No, yeah. I don't get it. No, he's gonna be young and innocent, and I'm gonna be young and innocent, and we're gonna form this bond, and that's what's gonna help us. That's what's gonna, we're gonna help each other out. And then so then we leave, and then like we'll come back together, and I'll be awesome Richard, and he'll be a fucking Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
So then like we both formed a bond early, and then we leave and come back, like we meet like 10 years later, and then he's a fucking Jedi Knight, and I'm like, you're doing awesome, and he'll be like, you are too, bud. Kind of. Not really, but I'm nice.
I feel like that would be the situation. Like, in college there's always those girl roommates that are a little too close, and they they take the experimenting a little too far. I feel like there's going to be tons of rumors about Luke and Richard lightsaber fighting every night in the dorm room. There's Wookiee noises coming from their room.
I don't care, Shawn, because you know what? You're going to make fun of me, and then, like, years down the road, it's going to be like, hey, who's that? Oh, that's my friend. He's a goddamn Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
What do you got? So that's my first round pick, young Luke Skywalker, and we're gonna bond. We're gonna bond, and that bond's gonna be unbreakable.
Richard, I kind of the same thing. Like, my first round pick is that dude that's gonna have that bond with me. And I've kind of taken this a different approach. Like, I've kind of wanted to build the college experiment from semester to semester to hit all the things you get in a college roommate. So the first
build the college experiment. So you're saying that
the college experience.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like, I'm gonna experiment.
First pick. So I want, like, I'm the same way you are. Like, I'm a little shy. So when I showed up to college, I kind of need that jolt. I need that guy to kind of give me a little nudge, kind of set the scene for me. Bring me along, if you will.
Right.
And what better person to do that, Richard, than the dude that's too cool for school already? For my first round pick, my first semester roommate, I want to go with Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
I saw him in college, and all he did was whine about Kelly.
Well, college he wasn't that great, but I'm talking about, like, high school Zach.
Okay, so you want high school Zach?
Yeah, like, too cool for school Zach.
Is he going to have that brick phone?
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, dude, it's 2017. Like, knock it off. We don't carry phones that are the size of small children anymore.
Well, we're going to show up at orientation. He's going to be the dude that's kind of like, getting all the ladies going. Because what was he? It was the Steam Up the Windows Morris. Zach Steam Up the Windows Morris, something like that. So he's going to have all the ladies. He's going to help nudge me along. Because he did it for Screech to an extent. Like, I think he got Screech a date with Lisa Turtle, even though it didn't go well because she was allergic to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you tried to Dude, I tried to rewatch an episode of Saved by the Bell.
Does it hold up?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. It was bad. I
haven't watched it in years. Like, I think I might have caught it on TNT or something like 5 a.m. one day.
Yeah, it hurt my heart.
Yeah, the one show, like, the only, like, old show I remember seeing recently was MASH. And that one, it's set in the Korean War, so it kind of holds up because it's a historical thing. But what's Zach Morris going to do for me? I think he's going to help pull me along. And that first semester, like, he might get a little too much. Like, it might be a little annoying that he's always bringing home a different girl.
Right.
So, you're not going to get much sleep. You're probably going to get tugged out to party or brought out to parties more than you want to go.
So you think he's going to he's gonna like automatically hook you up with all these girls?
I think you're going to get help. Like, all these girls are going to swoon to him. And, like, he's like, oh, I got 7 girls coming back to the dorm room. He can't satisfy 7 ladies. Like, I got to be there for some of that, right?
You hope.
Yeah.
But I doubt it.
Somebody puked on the floor. So for my first round pick, Richard, I want to go with Zach Morris.
Okay. So like you, I understand that that you want somebody to help you along. And I'm totally with you on that. So the way I broke it down for me, and this goes for my entire list, is I feel like there's aspects of my life that I will need help with or that I would want to see improved. And so for me, these roommates are going to be an extension of those different areas, I feel. So first area, Shawn, is I need to get buff, right?
Oh, yeah.
Need to get, like, bulk up. Like, before you go get the ladies, first thing you gotta do is you gotta, get to be, get to looking like you're gonna go get the ladies. So, Shawn, for my second pick, I'm gonna pick a guy that I'm just like, I want to be you. But yeah. So for my second round pick, the guy that's gonna be like my gym buddy, and that's going to get me all, like, looking like a badass.
Yeah.
Looking like a badass physically. I'm going to go with Mr. Khal Drogo.
Yeah, there you go. But how are you going to know what he's saying?
Okay, then I'll just say Jason Momoa. It's Jason
Okay.
Momoa.
That's who I wrote down.
Jason Momoa is gonna, yeah, you put that down.
And Jason Momoa is going to walk through campus, and you're just going to trail him and just pick him up left and right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but see, I'm not there yet. I don't feel like I'm at that point yet. Like he's
I
gonna
don't even
be
know if you
like,
have to be. Like you're gonna be going to like English 101, and some chick's gonna be like, hey, you're like, hey, what are you talking to
I
me?
will suck your dick to get in Jason Momoa's room. Okay.
Works for me. You show up, you're like taking numbers. Jason Momoa will see number 13, and I will see number 27.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Like I'd be like, I'll screen him for you. It's okay. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, that won't happen.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be at the point where I could like get these really like cute girls, but he's gonna be the guy that's gonna help me look like I need to get he's gonna help me get in the shape that I need to be to get those girls.
Well, and I mean, I don't know if he's really a big partier, but he's a surfer, so he might take you to the beach. So if you go to like, UCLA, hey, he's teaching you how to surf too, and ladies love surfers.
Yes, they do.
I don't know if he's a big like academic kind of person, so your freshman year you might struggle with the grades a little bit.
He drinks okay, and he knows how to throw axes.
Oh, those are great party favors. They don't mix well together, probably. Like you're probably gonna lose a finger or two.
Like I've seen videos of him like getting drunk and like he's at a bar, and the bar for some reason or another has like an axe throwing like place where you go and you just pick up axes and you chuck them at targets.
Yeah, I feel like freshman Jason Momoa is gonna be like, "Hey, Richard, go put your hand on the wall." It's like I don't want to.
You want to be like Jason Momoa, don't you? Yeah. Go put your hand on the wall. Okay.
Thunk. Oh, you missed. You didn't. I didn't need the tip of my pinky.
You know what? I'd still get girls because I'd be Jason Momoa's roommate.
Yeah.
So second pick, he's gonna be my gym buddy. He's gonna be my spotter, Jason Momoa.
All right, I think that's a good pick. I think your gym buddy, in my college experience, you find like your first semester, your sophomore year, because
right.
Richard,
and I feel like that's gonna carry on. Like I'll still be his gym buddy.
Gotcha.
Like he's gonna be my gym buddy at first because we're forced to be together because we're roommates. But then hopefully in that little period of time, I will have endeared myself to him. And then when it's time for us to move on, then he's like, well.
He takes the ugly ones.
Yeah, like I've been with him for 3 months, so I guess, like, yeah, sure, he can still come with me to the gym. And then I'll still be like, and be like, woof. Yeah, that'll be me.
So, Richard, what typically happens to a freshman weight-wise when they go to college?
I don't know. Help me.
They call it the freshman 15 because typically your freshman year you throw on about 15 pounds of weight.
Really?
Yeah.
From what? Is it because you're eating crappy shit, or I would think that
eating cafeteria food?
See, I would think that you would lose weight because you're poor and you can't afford food.
That's why the government has those student loans, and then you pay like, for a buffet line at like Golden Corral-esque, instead of like the $6 at Golden Corral, you're paying $37 a trip.
Oh, I see. So then, yeah, so that's why you're paying off student loans when you're like 45 years old.
Yeah.
Is because you're like, oh, food was okay though.
So, Richard, to have that experience, to get that freshman 15, and this is going to be, like, to me, this is that roommate that you're going to have that's a slob. Everyone's got a story about a slob roommate, right?
Yeah.
Trash everywhere, disgusting. Like,
Trash everywhere.
I'm kind of a clean person.
You are.
Even a little bit of trash is going to be like, not my thing.
Yeah, I agree. You are. You're between the two of us, like if you and I were roommates, I'd be the messy one, and you would not so much. That would be what we would have issues about.
Yep. Like, I guess these dishes are going to clean themselves, huh, Richard? You're like, they can do that? That's amazing.
That's amazing. Oh my God, you just did me.
For my second pick, I am going to go with Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life, and he is going to help me gain my freshman 15 and figure out that my sophomore year, I need a cleaner roommate.
Okay.
So this is a dude that's going to like show you like the best places to eat, not only on campus but off campus. Like he's gonna party with you at night. Like, and this isn't like Jason Momoa.
So
Zach
is this gonna
Morris
be the
parties.
roommate that when you get together, like years later, if you like see him at the like, you know, the grocery store or something like that, and the person you're with is like, do you know him? He's waving at you, and then you're like, I mean, yeah, we were roommates once. It was like, is this going to be like the roommate that you don't say, that you don't mention you have later on?
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of like late night, like pizza and hot fudge, like drunken benders. Ugh. Like there's going to be like crying over s'mores, like after drinking all night. Yeah, this is the guy that like it's a pretty good friend, I would say. Like I don't think he would like have your back at all times. Like Heifer's pretty selfish. But Heifer's down for a good time, and Heifer is down for some grub, which your sophomore year or your second semester, your freshman year, that's where you're going. Because it's at the end of the freshman year where you're like, you look in the mirror, you look at that picture from your senior picture from high school, you look at that new picture right after your freshman year, you're like, oh, damn, there's a little bit of weight there. Oof. Yeah, that happened to me my freshman year of college.
Like I said, I didn't know the freshman 15. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, freshman 15's a thing.
Oh.
And so for
Shawn got chunky.
I did. I've always had that problem. Like I'll lose a bunch of weight and then I'll take off and like get lazy and I'll get back up to that like $185 and then I'll get all hardcore about it and drop back down to $160 and then get bored with it and get back up.
That's what I do. I do the same thing. And then, you know what? Like honestly, it gets harder. It doesn't seesaw as much when you get older.
It just keeps going up.
Well, no, it's not that it keeps going up, but it's harder. Like it doesn't seesaw as much, but it's harder to get down than it is to go up.
That's what I'm fighting right now.
Yeah, because you're getting older
and getting fatter
and getting larger.
So for my second round pick, the second semester of my freshman year, I want to go with the guy that's going to help me gain my freshman 15. I'm going to go with Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life.
Okay, let's see. So I've got the guy so freshman year is now over, right? So freshman year is over, and now I'm like all buff and fucking like I look awesome, right? I've been lifting and running with Jason goddamn Momoa, and he looks like he's carved from fucking God's own marble. So now, like, I look good. Now I need to know how to act suave, right?
Yeah.
I need to learn how to be like suave and smooth and shit like that. So, Shawn, for my third pick, I'm gonna go with that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with a guy that is the epitome of cool, right? Like this is the guy that's cool and could probably pick.
Well, I mean, I've already got Zach, so it's got to be a tier down. You think cool, it's Zach.
Yeah, you say that, but hang on. For my third round pick, Shawn, I'm going with the epitome of a cool guy. The guy that's like the guy that has that cavalier, don't give a shit attitude, and women are just like, whoa, you're amazing. I'm gonna go with Mr. Pilot of the Millennium Falcon himself. I'm going with Han Solo.
Okay.
Han Solo is going to be the guy that's going to teach me how to get the ladies.
Han Solo is going to be the guy that's going to leave you behind. You're going to be at a party and you're going to be standing next to Luke, and Luke's going to be like, "Hey, did I ever tell you the story about how I made out with my sister?" And you're going to look
and
like
Han Solo's going to be like, "Did I ever tell you the story about how I made out with his sister?"
And you're going to look to your left, and Luke's going to be telling the story. Then you look back to Han. He's going to be gone. He's going to have Leia back at the room. Han Solo's the guy that has the sock on the door that's got like the extra deadbolt, so you can't even get into your room at night.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think Han will be nice to me. He went back and saved Luke from fucking getting blown up on the Death Star.
Yeah.
He'd come back for me. He'd swoop in. He'd be like, "Yahoo!" and throw a girl on my arm and be like, "You two kids, get out of here." He's going to be like, "Get out of here, kid. You're all clear."
Yeah. And then you wake up with some itching and a rash that won't go away without medicine.
Yeah, and then he's going to be like, "Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million." And then I'm going to be like, "I'm going to get all the girls." So like, don't get cocky, kid. Getting girls in bars ain't like dusting crops. And then I'll be like, I never dusted crops.
Do you think that'd get old? Like, it seems like he'd quip you a lot. You'd be like, I'm gonna go do a shot. It's like, don't get cocky, kid. It's like, it's just a shot, Han.
He probably would be, but you know what? I probably would deserve it. I'd be like, I'm gonna go do a shot. He'll be like, don't get cocky. I'd be like, you're right. I have a delicate system.
Remember what happened last time? We had those nachos, and we came back to the dorm room.
It was terrible.
I threw up on your date's dress. Yeah, you did.
And I shat the futon.
And you know who didn't get laid that night? Me. Yeah, you. I did.
Yeah.
Because I got skill.
Because I'm on fucking Solo.
There's no Solo here. We should call you Richard Solo and me Han non-Solo.
And I'd be like, are the girls when you're with girls, like, do you give them orgasms? He's like, no, I shoot first. So that's my third pick. Mr. Suave himself, Han motherfucking Solo.
All right, Richard. So it's my sophomore year. I'm probably going to hit the gym a little bit, but with being a little weight, money's tight. Money's tight in college, right?
It's true. So
what's better than a roommate that has a little bit of cash money?
Not much.
Family cash money. Because it's kind of shares, like, maybe they help pay some debts.
Yes, I totally agree.
So, Richard, for my third round pick in my first semester of my sophomore year, I want to go with the dude that's going to help bring the ladies and throw a little money. Like, you're going to party hard with this guy. He takes care of his friends. I'm going to go with the one and only Tywin Lannister.
Tyrion?
I meant Tyrion.
Okay. You know what? Tyrion was actually on my list.
Yeah. So, I mean, what you're getting at that is like, he can bring the ladies in. He's proven that.
Yeah, that's very true. Because this would be the guy you'd want to party with.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's who he is. That's who he is. He's the party guy. Like, he's the guy that's gonna. I didn't really think about the money because, I mean, yeah, you're right. He is a Lannister and he's got cash, but.
Well, I mean, he's going to be able to go out to the bars and he's like, hey, listen, drinks on me. Throw those coins out. Strip clubs. At this point, you're like, I'll go to a strip club.
Okay, but here's my question. Do you feel like by your sophomore year, do you feel like you're ready, that you are prepared to hang with Tyrion Lannister?
Oh, no, you're never ready. Your freshman year's just getting you up to that. You're not going to be able to keep up with Tyrion. There's no
That's what
way.
I'm saying, yeah. Like he's out every night, sleeps through the day. Like, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, your sophomore year, though, that's where you're kind of like, oh, shit. Like, you're still in, like, this is college. I've got forever. I've got this free money coming from the government. And my buddy over here, Tyrion, he's got a shit ton of money. He buys me drinks every night. You don't look at that GPA until about your junior year.
You're like, fuck.
Oh, God, I'm not going to graduate.
It's all over.
But, yeah, you're going to get to party it up. I mean, you've come from your freshman year, so it's your sophomore year, like, I fucking got this. And you're showing the freshman girls how it works, the freshman boys, if you will. If you want that, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyrion's going to take care of that. He's going to help get you that rep on campus. Like, yeah, you're Tyrion's side guy, but you're always there next to him. You're always there at the parties.
Yeah, you're Tyrion's like hanger on, his lesser than.
No, you're his buddy, like the dude from the TV
Plus,
show.
I mean, think about it. Like, he's gonna you're gonna have to give him like he's gonna get drunk, and then you're gonna have to like piggyback carry him like all over the goddamn place.
And you don't think that's gonna be like Facebook gold? Like in this day and age, somebody's gonna Vine that. Tyrion's riding you riding you like a pony. Yeah, you're gonna get.
I'm Tyrion's horse.
Yeah,
I'm the pony.
Tyrion's gonna be drunk and be like, "I love you so."
Yeah, puke on your head.
Yeah, that's all right because you get free drinks on the deal. You're drunk too. So for my third round pick, I am gonna go with a little bit of cash money, a little bit of partying. I'm gonna go with Tyrion Lannister.
Okay, I like the pick, and like I said, he was on my list. But I feel like it's too soon. I feel like sophomore year, I am not prepared for Tyrion Lannister. I am not prepared yet for a Tyrion Lannister throwdown party time.
Yeah, but like you said, college is a roller coaster. Like, you got to be careful with that upward because you got to come down at some point, and you can't be partying too hard when it comes to the end of that ride because you got to graduate in 4 years.
That's true. This is true. Okay. So, Shawn, I've now Like, so at this point, I'm like all buff. I'm like, I've been working hard. I look good. I got my suave on, Han Solo helped me find my mojo, right? Okay. So now it's time to start drinking, but it's time to do like slow kind of like hanging out drinking. Like just like social drinking, but there's always a chance for adventure.
Yeah.
Right.
Because at this point, a sophomore year, you're turning 21. And I don't know too many 21-year-olds who know how to socially drink like casually.
Right. So it's like you take it a little slow, but there's always a chance that something is going to happen. Okay. So I need somebody he's not going to be at 11, 24/7 and constantly, running back and forth and blah, blah, blah. But somebody that, if shit goes down, the guy's going to handle himself. And also, there's always a chance of something crazy happening. Shawn, for my next pick, I'm going to go with the captain of the Serenity. I'm going to go with Malcolm Reynolds.
Ooh, okay.
See, like Malcolm Reynolds, like you've seen him on the show. Like they hang out in bars every now and again. Sometimes the bar fight happens. Sometimes he's the guy that starts it. But you know what? He always comes out on top. It always works out.
The only problem with Malcolm Reynolds, he's going to be the dude that challenges authority. Like you're going to be borderline suspension, maybe expulsion when you're hanging out with Malcolm Reynolds.
See, but that's fine. It's as long it's fine to toe the line, and that's what he does. Like he toes the line. He doesn't go so far to eventually get a ship taken away or anything like that. But like he's there and he'll push that line. He'll push that line as far as it'll go. And also has a decent head on his shoulders and a decent sense of morality.
Yeah.
Right is right and wrong is wrong. And that's how I kind of am. So I feel like we'd be of like minds.
So do you think there's going to be a situation where he pushes you too hard? Because like if you act too much like a Jane, like he's hard on everybody. So he'd be pretty hard on you. So I don't know if, is he going to be the guy that like is pushing you to study a little bit more? Or is he going to be the guy that pushes like, oh, you're not going out tonight, you sissy? Come on, let's go drink. We got to drink tonight.
Yeah, he's going to be that guy. But you know what? It's my sophomore year. It's time. I need to be that guy. I need to be that guy that learns how to handle himself in the world.
Get a good adventure. I see that. Yeah, that makes sense. He'll take you out on... He's going to take you beyond the college experience is what you're saying.
He's gonna help me become a man.
Like, he's going to take you from drinking in the dorm room to drinking in the bars, drinking at the club.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, I see that. That's not bad.
This is going to be the guy that's going to take me out in the social setting in the world and kind of get me some real world experience. He's going to take care of me. I'm his roommate. Like he's going to take care of me. It's like I'm on the crew of his ship.
Yeah.
No matter what, like he'll have my back. Like he gives Jane a bunch of shit, but at the end of the day,
So there's gonna be a situation. You and him go out to the club and you drink way too much, and you're in the bathroom puking. And he's holding back your hair. He's like, "Come on, man, we gotta get back home." You're like, "I'm not your roommate, boy. I'm not part of your crew."
Yes, you are.
He's gonna carry you back to the dorm room. He's gonna put your corpse on the vehicle and
on
drive
the front
you back.
door.
That's funny.
So yeah, so there you go. There's my pick, Malcolm Reynolds.
Okay.
Malcolm Reynolds. So now like I look good and I'm all suave and now I got Malcolm Reynolds. Malcolm Reynolds is gonna help me be a man.
So Richard, I've got my intro into the party scene with Zach. I've gained my freshman 15 with Heifer. Tyrion's kind of helped me party it up a little bit more. One of the other big things about college is getting into the sports, getting into being part of the alumni.
Okay.
Sitting, the student section, sitting in there cheering for people. And even like some of these, you get the right person with you. Like you get that working out like you talked about. Like you hit the rec center, you're playing those rec leagues. It's like, I'd be on the baseball team if my knee wasn't shot, Some dude cheap shot me in, my senior year of high school.
Otherwise, I used to be a sportsman like you.
Yeah.
And then I took an arrow in the knee.
So, Richard, for my 4th-round pick, the end of my sophomore year, like we're in bowl season for football. We're in basketball season, March Madness. So this guy's going to be there right with me. He's going to be taking me to these rec league games, too. I want to go with, from the movie Bull Durham, played by Kevin Costner, I want to go with Crash Davis.
Okay. All right.
So, catcher for the Bull Durham, for the Durham Bulls. You know, good athlete. Like, not like he's not major league.
He's gonna
level.
be like if you were Rocky, he's gonna be your Mickey.
Yeah. He's gonna help push me there. Like, we're gonna hit the gym because we like, hey, rec league softball. We're gonna get first place. We want that T-shirt, that rec league 2018 championship T-shirt. You're gonna be able to watch games. Like, this is the dude that's gonna take you to the sports bars. You're gonna flirt with the waitresses, get too drunk and not take the waitress home, but you're gonna have a great time. Like, this is gonna be your boy. Like, the guy that you remember years from now. It's like, oh, yeah, we went and watched the Super Bowl that year. That was badass. We got drunk, ate hot wings, shit ourselves on the driveway. It was great.
To me, awesome.
We all need one of those friends. We need one of those friends that's like, you know, a little much when it comes to like that, you know, manly man, like more manly man than you.
That's true. We need to find one of those.
Yeah, that's not us.
No, sir. No, sorry, Bobby.
But that's the dude you're going to hang out with, like, you know, maybe every 5 years and be like, yeah, that was good for a night. Like, it's not the dude you want to hang out with for a lifetime. Like, he's not going to be your best friend in the world, but, you know, softball season comes up. You guys are going to relive that rec league, you know, championship season. You're going to relive that time where you guys painted the team name on your chests.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's going to do. He's going to like, listen, March Madness is like 4 months away. We got to hit the gym hard so these pecs look good. We can paint Go Raiders on our chest or Go Blackhawks or Go Wildcats or whatever the hell their college name is.
Okay.
Go team, go. That's what we need.
Go team.
Woo!
Your sports team is really superior.
So for my 4th-round pick, I want to go with Crash Davis from Bull Durham.
Okay. So we're at number 5. All right, Shawn. The time has come.
Junior year.
No, yeah, junior year. Time has come. Like, I'm looking good. I'm suave. I've got some real world experience. It's time to go hard or go home, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be the guy. And it's just like you said. Guy needs money, and the guy needs to be extreme in all ways possible, right? This is the guy that's going to be at 11 24/7. And I feel like I have now prepared myself and I am ready. Shawn, for my 5th-round pick, I'm going with Mr. Tony Stark.
Okay.
So I feel like, okay, and it's for the exact same reasons you picked Tyrion. Number one, this is going to be your party guy, and not just your party guy in the sense that like, hey, let's go out to the bar and like I'll pay and it's cool, no problem. This is going to be the guy that's going to say, hey, we got a free weekend. Let's hop on my private jet to fucking God knows
Tahiti.
where.
Spring break every weekend.
Yeah, exactly. And this is going to be the guy that's like, he does like, I haven't slept for 3 days and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And now at this point, I have cultivated so much and I'm so good at that I get to fully enjoy and experience every single minute of being with Tony Stark.
You know the problem, Richard. So Tony Stark's going to take you on that weekend spring break in January.
Right.
He's going to come back. He's going to ace his test. Are you going to ace your test, Richard?
God, no. Nope, that's not happening.
I'm seeing multiple roommates that are going to cause your GPA just to keep going down, down, down.
It's okay. I got a fix for that. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
All right.
Don't worry. I got this. So I get to enjoy every minute of being with Tony Stark. I'm prepared. See, I had to prepare myself to spend my junior year or the first semester of my junior year with Tony Stark.
You got to like take like you're basically getting all your what the hell they call like the cheap classes, like the ones everybody has to do.
Like I'm getting like, I'm taking like VCR programming that semester.
Music appreciation. Like you're taking all your easy classes. So that way you walk in, you're drunk and hungover and smell like liquor. And they're like, okay, well, who likes music? You raise your hand, you get an A.
Right. Exactly. And meanwhile, he's taking like particle physics and quantum theory.
And acing them.
But that's fine. that's fine.
You come back. No, so you come back after he's talking about his particle class, and you're like, yeah, I just had music appreciation. Did you know Beethoven just wasn't a dog? Craziest thing ever.
He never heard his own music. I know dogs can't hear, or dogs have really good hearing. It seems ironic that he was deaf and he was named after dogs, and dogs have really good hearing.
I definitely got to take that movie appreciation next semester just to get the full picture.
Did you know that the guy came before the dog? Craziest thing ever. College, you learn so much.
It's totally worth 20 grand a semester.
So yeah, Shawn, so there you go. So, and also, okay, let's say I do have, some trouble. Let's say I do have trouble, let's say I need to cram for a final or whatever. I'm sitting in a room with fucking Tony Stark. Like, yeah, he's going to be, it's going to be hard to divert his attention for 2 seconds for him to teach me something about something, but that's the resource is available. Also, like you said, the guy's rich as hell. So when college is over and I'm like,
you could be happy. He's probably got a job for you. Yeah.
I could call up my rich friend Tony and be like, hey, either A, I know you run a multi-billion-dollar company. Do you have any openings for like a janitor?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll pay you 200 grand to be a janitor.
Exactly. Just wax the suits. That would be my life. Fine, whatever. So there you go, Shawn. That's how I'm kicking it off. It's time to go hard or go home. I feel like I've prepared myself. I get to enjoy every second of it. My time with Tony Stark.
Okay. So junior year, Richard, I'm walking in and I've probably looked at my GPA. I don't know if I've even declared a major at this point. So I'm like, fuck. Like, I got 2 years left. Like, I'm halfway done. Like, this hits you like a ton of bricks. So I need that person, Richard, that's going to spark that indie creativity for me.
Okay.
It's going to, like, give me that motivation to do something with my life. Like, all the, like, crazy wild... Because college doesn't let you do that. College doesn't let you be like, I want to be this, actor. College is like, do something else. At least the college I went to. Like, that's stupid. You're dumb.
Good thing you're here, because you're dumb. Why did we admit you? Box of rocks. That's you.
We're charging you double. Oh, damn it.
Shit.
I want that person that makes me ask why not. That makes me go indie. Makes me create some art, Richard. For my junior year, I want to have as my roommate the one and only Kevin Smith.
God damn. That's the second one you've stolen from me, you bastard.
So this guy, you're going to walk in. He's going to be like, he's lived the college experience for 2 years. Because usually your junior year, you're kind of over the college thing. Like, you've drank way too much your freshman, sophomore year. You've done the whole sports thing. You're like, shit, I got 2 years left. I got to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do. Kevin Smith's going to help with that. He's like, hey, why don't we do a podcast in our room? We'll do that while we're in between studying. Hey, maybe we'll make a movie. You want to make a movie? Let's just do it. Let's make a movie. We're already in debt so much. Let's just take out some credit cards and we'll make a black and white movie.
And then you're like, that's not going to work. Who'd do that? That's crazy. You're crazy. I don't want to be your roommate. You're going to get me in trouble.
Why you want to do that? Oh, damn it. Now I understand.
I'm that person.
But I mean, like, especially like the Kevin Smith now, if he was that personality in a college body, you could say you want to do anything. I want to do a podcast. I want to make music. I want to do a radio show. You know what he's going to tell you, Richard? It's like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. I'll do it with you. I'll push you to do it.
True.
I'll find somebody.
This is very true.
And that's the thing that I think, at least in my college experience, I did not have that much of a push. It was more of like I would do the creative writing class, and it's like, that's just stupid, you're dumb, you misspelled a word.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I know the college you went to, and I that campus in general, I would say, was not one that that was not a college that a lot of creative types are like, that's the one I want to go to.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and we because it's crazy, because when I first went to that college, my freshman year, there was a place called Senior Row, and pretty much if you're on campus, you could drink outside and you'd be left alone. My sophomore year, they got a different dean, killed all that. It's like, nope, no drinking whatsoever on campus, no fun. You're here for learning. learn, you stupid sons of bitches.
Oh, and pay us.
Yeah,
learn and pay us.
Pay us lots of money. And guess what happened to enrollment, Richard?
What happened? I'm assuming that it skyrocketed because all 18-year-olds are like, no, I don't want to drink and have a good time. I'm there to learn.
No girls or boys in my room after 6:30. Yeah, it went the opposite of up. It went the opposite.
Oh, so you're telling me that they're like, oh, no girls and boys in your room after 6:30. You're telling me that was their choice. That was because of the school.
No. I had
them lined up, and then I was like, nope, guys, 6:30.
Curfew.
I'm sorry.
Curfew.
Just take a number on your way out, and you can line up in that order tomorrow. That's totally how it happened.
You're a son of a bitch, Richard. But I mean, it's that junior year, like you're getting that point where you're trying to really figure yourself. Like your freshman and sophomore year, I think you're trying to figure yourself out, but you're in more of a mindset of like, okay, what's my major? And with Kevin Smith as your roommate, you're gonna be like, okay, well, I don't need a label of a major. I can do anything I want.
He's gonna be the guy that's gonna tell you that anything's possible. Like, you dream it, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. You're amazing. Go be amazing.
Yeah, you do that radio show on campus just because you want to. So you're like, oh, I'll listen to it. It was great. It's fantastic. You should do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like what you are to me now.
Yeah, is that true?
Yeah, that's true. I'd say so.
Aww.
I send you like a drawing. You're like, oh, that's amazing dolphin. I'm like, it's a antelope. That's what I meant. It's a beautiful antelope.
Yeah, I said dolphin because antelopes are the dolphins of the prairie.
Oh, you totally get me, Richard.
Okay.
So again, for my 5th round pick, I'm going to go with Kevin Smith.
So I have spent all this time working on myself, and I had my fun time. And so, Shawn, we're at the midpoint of my junior year, and that's when I realized, holy shit, I actually need to pass classes.
Yeah.
I need to figure shit out. I need to actually finish this place with a degree. So, Shawn, I need a brain. I need somebody that's gonna keep my nose to the grindstone. I need somebody that's gonna help me be smart. So I need a smart person.
Yeah.
And so for my 6th round pick, the smartest kid that I know, and is also a very well-known tutor, Shawn, I'm going to go with the young but very ambitious and very talented in the realms of smart dumb Peter Parker.
Oh, you son of a...
Peter Parker is going to be the guy that's going to help me.
He's not going to take you out partying. He's going to be like, hey, I got to study. You want to study with me?
Yeah, it's going to be like, we're going to study date. And this, he built things that shoot webs. So like, it's not, it's credence of his bona fides as a smart person. And he tutored Mary Jane. I can't remember if he tutored Gwen Stacy. I think he might have tutored Gwen Stacy in the comics.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
So he's good at teaching people, and he's super smart. So
yeah, and what you're gonna realize, he's gonna take you to that library, and you're gonna find like, wow, there's some cute geeky girls here,
right? And meanwhile, I'm gonna be looking all buff, and I'm gonna go and say some suave line to him,
and they'll walk up to you and be like, hey, were you Jason Momoa's roommate? Yes, I was. Can you introduce us? If you tutor me, and by tutor I mean tutor me, because I'm about to fail out of college.
Please tutor me. Please teach me, and I will show you the path to Momoa. Okay, so yeah. So I don't really think there's much to say. Peter Parker, when you talk about, hey, I need somebody that's going to help me pass classes, Peter Parker's the guy that's going to do it.
Yeah, you just stole my money shot pick, because I was going to be my senior year guy to help make sure that make sure I power through my senior year. I get all the classes ace. I get that GP from a 1.3 to a 2.1.
That's good.
But
yeah,
no,
see? He's going to be the guy.
You jump ahead and you take him for half a semester, you selfish bastard.
I do, because he's going to... See, but senior year is going to be the time where everything just kind of calms down. Senior year is going to be the time where it's like, okay, I need to focus, but at the same time, I'm an adult, and now it's time to transition from being in college to being an adult. I've made some great friends, and now it's time to move on into the next stage of my life. And who's going to help me take that step? All right.
So for my 6th round pick, my second half of my junior year, I feel like I need a lady roommate. Like I need to get like some, like just a female perspective of life. Somebody that can sit back and drink with, kind of semi-hippie-ish maybe, like kind of get that free-flowing, like, the road kind of thing, like the kind of beat movement type of stuff. And this girl has been on the road, and she's a fighter. We go out to a bar and somebody like
God, you say she's been on the road, that just makes her sound like terrible.
Well, and like if she's at a bar and like some dude hits on her that she doesn't want to, like you don't have to stick up for her because she's gonna kick their ass for you, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's demoralizing as a man, but like who wants to get in a fight? Like it hurts. It's never fun for me.
No,
I got another story about a different roommate.
Aww.
But Rich, I want to go with.
Face.
I was trying to find somebody, and as you know, I am a huge Emma Stone fan. And so I had to go with the one and only Wichita from Zombieland.
Okay.
So she kind of knows how to fight. She's kind of got that free spirit a little bit. You'd probably be at a bar and she'd probably leave with some other dude. So you'd come back to your room and she'd be banging some dude.
She's the one that's going to leave the sock on the door.
Yeah, but you might luck out and you walk in and it's her and another chick. Like you don't even have to join in, but it's like, yeah, cross that off my bucket list.
Yeah, there we go.
Like, hey,
thank God the divider's broken. Smash.
Like, hey, Wichita, do you need a border in that state? She's like, no, I don't.
No,
oh,
no, we're fine.
Can I watch? Well, not creepily like that.
Please continue to masturbate and cry.
But I think she'd be like a good, like that junior year, like she'd be the kind of person you could go to like a more mellow bar. She might take you out every now and then, but she seems like she knows what she's want to do and focused. So you'd be able to, you'd go to that more like relaxed bar, drink a little bit. Yeah, she'd take that dude home. You have to sleep outside. Or she'd take that chick home. You're like, yeah, rock on.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, so for my 6th round pick, I'm going to go with Wichita from Zombieland.
Okay, not bad. Now it's time for a senior year. So it's like I said before, senior year is the time that it's time to transition, okay? You've had your fun. Now it's time. It's time not only to knuckle down and finish your classes and, do all that, but this is the time that you transition into being an adult. And also when it comes to your senior roommate, this has to be the person that you're going to form that bond with. Like this I feel like your senior roommate is going to be the person that's going to not only be with you while you make the transition, but is going to be with you after. Like this is the person that you're going to be with for years after. Who knows? Maybe you get done with college and then you guys go get a
job together,
a job together, a house together.
This is the person you're going to get all those pictures with at graduation.
Exactly. So for mine, so it needs to be somebody that you're going to form that bond with. And it's going to be somebody that, maybe they're not Peter Parker and they're not, Jason Momoa and they're not Tony Stark, but that's okay because those people, helped you in their own way and helped you with helped cultivate you into the person that you are. And now it's time to take all that and put it together into the composite of you and time to go forward into life. Shawn, for my money shot pick, my senior year, I'm picking you, Sweet Pea.
Me?
It's you.
Oh,
I'm picking you. You're going to be my senior roommate.
Oh, that makes me feel special. Well, yeah.
Plus, I get to tell you about all the awesome shit I did with Tony Stark.
Like, hey, why didn't you invite me?
And then you're gonna be like, wait a minute, aren't you the guy that knows Jason Momoa? Can I meet Jason Momoa?
Can I have sex with Jason Momoa, please? I haven't experimented in all my years of college.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's time to move on into the world. This has got to be the person that you're transitioning into adulthood with.
Yeah,
holding hands,
that lifelong
swinging
bond.
arms. Exactly.
All those pictures we'd have together in our senior year. Like, hey, we did it.
Right?
2.2 GPA. Be using the joke. You know what you call a doctor with a 2.0 GPA? Doctor.
Exactly. So yeah, this is the person that I'm gonna like spend my senior year. Like, we're not gonna be going out a bunch. Like, we're probably just gonna be like hanging out in the dorm, doing whatever, working on classes. Exactly.
Midterms and stuff like that. Like after big events, like, hey, we just finished our big project. Let's go out and have a drink.
Be like, oh, it's spring break. Hang on, let me call my friend Tony Stark. We could go hang out in Tahiti.
Yeah. He'd be like, who are you, Richard? I don't remember you. No, I'm Rich. We shared a dorm room.
Damn it.
I'm the one that puked on your Lamborghini.
That was me.
No, wait.
That was the guy.
Richard, let me call Tyrion. Tyrion, I was your horse. No, not your whore. Your horse.
Don't hang up on your pony.
Apparently Lannisters don't pay their debts. That some bitch owes me for a pony ride.
So yeah, so for my money shot pick, the person that I'm going to spend my whole senior year with, and we're going to hang out, have an awesome time, it's going to be Shawn.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's probably the best pick of this whole draft.
You think so?
So, Richard, for my 7th round pick, I was going to go for somebody to help me study and get that GPA up and make sure that I stuck my nose to the grindstone. But you took that person with Peter Parker.
I did. So
my backup is somebody else. It's going to be that goody-goody two-shoes person. The person that's going to make sure that I'm studying, that we're doing all the right stuff, probably even getting like the extra stuff. Like, hey, we're going to do that internship and make sure we get like the cleaning up of the parks. We're going to help the old ladies at the nursing home. Build that resume a little bit because I got to get a job.
Okay.
Because I am in debt and I am as broke as hell. So, Richard, I'm sorry, it's not going to be you. But for my 7th round money shot pick, I want to pick the one and only Captain America.
Okay. Yeah, I could totally see that. That's the guy that's going to, you guys are going to do service projects together. You're going to pick up trash on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
You're going to do PSAs for, the ad council on television. You're going to tell kids not to do drugs.
Yeah, I mean, like your resume with him in 1 year is going to be huge. Like you're going to have so many things that you can like. They'll look past that GPA of a 2.5 or 2.2 that he helps you get it up to.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's clean, so you're not going to have any stress in your dorm room. Like he's not going to stay up late. I'm sure he goes to bed at 8. You're always going to remember to brush your teeth and take your vitamins because he's going to help out there.
Also, he's friends with Tony Stark.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, I got a friend that is buddies with Tony Stark. He's like, I hate that son of a bitch. The only time he drinks is when you bring up Tony Stark.
Did I tell you about the time? This one time we were at the airport, beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, when Captain America gets drunk, he goes into the story about how his best friend killed Tony Stark's parents. Like, geez, Captain, like, Cap, you're kind of bringing the party down.
It's easy.
Yeah, don't get him started. So for my 7th round pick, I'm going to go with Captain America.
I like it. That would, I could totally. And plus, like, it's not like you could hang out at the gym with him. Because you'd be like, hey, spot me, I'm lifting 50 pounds. And he's like got a Volkswagen above his head.
He would at least help get you back in shape. So any kind of extra weight you gain, that's a good point. He could help you bust that out before the end of the year. Kind of build that muscle memory as you leave your college.
Yeah, very true.
So what'd you have for some and buts?
I only had 2 names. Well, you like I said, you stole Tyrion and Kevin from me. The only other 2 names I had was I was trying to think of like a musician.
Oh,
because I want to learn how to play the guitar. So I had Dave Grohl.
Oh, because
I thought that would be wouldn't it be a cool dude? Not just a cool dude to hang out with, but just a cool dude to like learn about music with. Oh my God, he'd totally teach you how to play guitar. And like you guys probably wouldn't go out a bunch. You just like hang out in your room and play music. Like that sounds awesome to me. The other pick I had was a nerdy pick in case I couldn't get Peter Parker. I went with a girl. I went with Willow Rosenberg.
Oh, that's a good pick. Yeah, that'd be a good.
That would be
pick.
that would be a good nerdy one. Or
And
a
in college, she was a lesbian, so you get that to cross off your bucket list.
That's true. That was my other thought, but I didn't want to go there.
So I had, for some and-buts, I had Faith from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think early in your college, that'd be like your wild, crazy, that'd be like the wild, crazy girlfriend.
That'd be the one that no, it wouldn't be the wild, crazy girlfriend because she'd be like, I'm not sleeping with you.
Well, yeah, it's true.
You can watch.
For my senior year, for a pick that kind of helped me get my grades up, I picked Ellie Sattler from Jurassic Park, the doctor. So she'd be able to help you get your grades up.
Okay.
I had 2 partiers. I had Van Wilder, which is the king of college, and then Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He is a party dude.
He is. The only problem is you have to worry about salmonella poisoning.
And the fact that, you're walking around on campus with a giant mutant turtle.
And the last pick, like kind of the music thing too, but more of like the girls would just flock to this dude. I was going to say like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Kind of a stretch, but still a little bit of music. Ladies would flock to him.
They would.
Kind of a cool dude in a sense. Like of the NSYNC guys, he's pretty cool.
Like I would hang out with him.
Yeah.
He would show me. And plus Christmas time, like he would help you put things in boxes.
You've already got your costume.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Why are you cutting all these holes in boxes?" And then he'd sing the song, and you'd be like, "Oh, well, that only works because you're Justin Timberlake."
All right, well, let me run through these picks. So, Richard, your first round pick, you had Luke Skywalker.
Aww.
Second round pick, Jason Momoa. Third round pick, Han Solo. Fourth round pick, Malcolm Reynolds. Fifth round pick, Tony Stark. Sixth round pick, Peter Parker. And seventh round pick, yours truly, Shawn. Mr. Pookie Bear.
You be my Pookie Bear.
Richard, now you make sure my Pookie Bear doesn't get hurt and he stays in good and he does his studying. Laura, leave the 2 gay boys alone.
Laura, why's he always gotta pick men?
And for me, so for my first round pick, I had Zach Morris. Second round pick, I had Heifer for my freshman 15. Third round pick, I had Tyrion Lannister. Fourth round pick, I had Crash Davis. Fifth round pick, Kevin Smith. Sixth round pick, Wichita from Zombieland. And seventh round money shot pick, I had Captain America.
I'm sorry, Shawn. I feel like I got this. I feel like this draft in particular, I have owned.
I think it's close.
I declare me as the winner already prematurely, because if there's anything I do, it's prematurely.
So would you like to throw out any Richard's closing thoughts for our college roommate draft?
I will say this. Like I picked, like Shawn and I both, we picked a bunch of roommates that had their qualities. And you know what? Now that I think about it, we're kind of users. We're just like, oh, we're going to do this. Pick this guy because of this and pick this guy because of this. You know what? Being a roommate, it's a relationship and it's all about give and take. It's give and take. So, yes, I understand that there isn't much I'm going to be able to offer Jason Momoa in terms of advice or any sort of support on anything. But you know what? I'd still be there. And you should be there for your roommates too. Don't just look at them as a resource to be tapped. That is a person, and they deserve respect, and they deserve not to get yelled at about puking nachos on steps or leaving a door open
or left for a girl that they were somewhat interested in,
or getting totally betrayed by their roommate. And don't take your roommate's girl. That's my closing thought. People that do that are horrible.
All right, well, let me do a little bit of housekeeping before I get in too much hot water. Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Check out the LB Army Intelligence Reports. Like us on Facebook. Go out and recruit somebody for the LB Army by getting someone you know to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or Stitcher.
And also, don't forget, if you're on iTunes, make sure you rate us. Give us a rating and give us a review, because those ratings and reviews are so helpful in keeping us in iTunes rankings. It keeps us relevant in the world of Apple Podcasts. And also, I read them. I like hearing what you have to say.
Them. We've got like 43 right now, I think, and I love reading every single one of them.
I read them every day because I hate myself and they make me feel better.
This person makes me feel good.
Oh, you've stopped so many times. I'm like, I'm starting to write the note, and then I look, and then I read the reviews on iTunes. I'm like, well, I guess not today. And I put the.
And if you want, check us out on the Pod Bros Network, which is the best roommate podcast site network on the internet.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's experimenting again. It's college. And if you want to help us, get some nice, decorations for our room, Richard and I's room for our senior year, drop us a little bit of money in our Patreon jar by going to www.patreon.com/languageofbromance.
We would love the Patreon stuff. We understand you have a life, you live your life, but if you have some extra cash and you want to throw it our way, we would ever so appreciate it.
Yep.
You don't have to, but we love you when you do. We love you either way, but we'll love you more.
Yeah. You don't have to do monthly. If you want to do a one-time donation, it's totally an option there as well. Kind of helps us pay for some of the stuff that, because we do all this out of pocket, so it helps out a little bit.
A little bit, meaning so much.
All right. Was there anything before I close her out?
No. It's time to graduate.
All right. Well, that's all the Bromance we have for this show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And I say hey, Richard, there's a sock on the door because I'm about to eat the beaver.
It's nice. I like that. That's how you close the show.
Yeah. I don't hear any other voices in there, Shawn. It's because I'm alone.